There's so many different types of clothes in the world. Do you ever just wonder what to put on? Well, don't worry, because you're not alone. People have been umming and ahhing about what to wear for thousands of years. And here at the British Museum, there are countless examples of the different types of clothes they've put on. One of the basic reasons people have worn clothes over time is mainly to keep warm. I'm off to see a curator at the British Museum, Jonathan King, who's an expert in Arctic clothing. Hello Jonathan, how are you doing? So you've opened up your case full of Arctic clothing.
Yes.
What do we have here?
We have 3 wonderful costumes of caribou skin, of sea mammal gut and a fox fur.
Sea mammal gut?
Sea mammal gut.
Oh my goodness, this one here.
That one there,
Wow.
it's for an Inuit, an Eskimo man sitting in a kayak,
Gosh.
keeping himself dry, and it's made of the gut of walrus or bearded seal.
And guts are good for keeping people dry.
Guts are good for keeping people dry.
And it looks a bit like an anorak, that one.
Well, anorak is an Inuit word from West Greenland.
So we get the word anorak directly from people in the
We
Arctic.
get it from the Danes who got it from West Greenland.
And just tell me, which one is the warmest here?
This one is the warmest because it's made of caribou fur. Each caribou hair is like an extruded piece of bubble wrap.
Oh, and why have you got such a big head on this one here? It looks sort of quite interesting.
It is very interesting, it's very important. It's for keeping a baby, a newborn baby in there.
Oh.
And it's called the moutie, and the hood would naturally sit back like that. And this woman has a huge shoulders, and that is so that she can bring the baby around to the front, to the breast, to nurse it without taking it out in the cold.
Imagine you'd be very snug in there.
Very snug indeed.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Excellent to hear all about these different types of Arctic clothing. As well as protecting you from the cold, clothes throughout time have been used to protect people from injury. This suit of armour is from Japan. It's made up of various different items, some of them about 500 years old. Now, samurai warriors would wear this armour to help protect them in battle. It also comes equipped with a moustache. I don't know if it protects you much, but it certainly looks good. People often wear clothes to be identified with a certain group. If you go to a football game, you can usually tell what team somebody supports by looking at what they're wearing. Maybe they're wearing their team's top. Like everybody behind me, they're wearing red, and that's because they support Arsenal. And in a similar way, people in the past have worn different types of clothes to be identified with different groups or where they're from. Alright, behind me is not quite a football game, but it is a good example of 2 sides fighting it out. You've got the Nubians wearing their leopard skins, and you've got the Egyptians wearing colourful garments, so you can tell who is who. Did you know the Romans would wear togas to show people they were Roman citizens? Togas were a special type of Roman clothing, which these people are wearing. There's also examples in the museum of clothes from the past which people would wear to stand out from the crowd and to show off how important they are. Like this statue here of Ramses. Now he's wearing a headdress specifically designed to show off how important he is and to make sure everybody knows he's the ruler of Egypt. It's not just Ramses who's worn funky headwear to get noticed. Look at this amazing helmet from Hawaii. It's made from red and yellow feathers. It can only be worn by the most important of chiefs. People still wear things on their heads today to represent their importance. We are lucky to have items of clothing from the past because much of it hasn't survived. Often we have to rely on sources like paintings, statues, or written descriptions to know what people wore and how they wore it. Clothes, they provide us with so many different functions. They keep us warm. They allow us to stand out from the crowd. Or they allow us just to fit in. Oh no, I've got a stain on it. And the one annoying thing about clothing is you have to wash it when it gets dirty. Hey? What? What's this? It's all gone pink. Oh, it's the dreaded red